Hey, what's going on, guys? You're watching Epic Pokemon TCG, and in this video, guys, I've got a deck profile for you, and we're going to be taking a look at a Alolan Golem of all decks today. So if you guys do enjoy the video, make sure to give it a thumbs up and subscribe if you're not subscribed. So basically, this deck was a joke deck. I played it at my most recent League Challenge because I wanted to pretty much just kind of give people free wins since it was the December League Challenge. And I ended up actually going to the final round. If I would have won that last game, I would have took the entire league challenge, which was really funny. But I ended up losing, and I didn't even get top 4. So I don't know how that happened, but yeah, pretty funny. So we're going to get start here by taking a look at Alolan Golem. It's a 4-3-3 line, and I do apologize, guys. I feel really under the weather, so if I do sound congested and just gross, it's because I'm congested and I feel gross. But anyway. So yeah, there it is. Geodude has an attack. It's free called Defensive Crow, and pretty much you flip a coin, and if it's heads, you can pretty much prevent damage done to Geodude during your opponent's next turn. That's very helpful. Graveler is just kind of there, so you can evolve into it. Geodude is actually pretty helpful if you start with it. But Golem has Hammer In for a electric and a DC. It does 80. And then it has Super Electromagnetic Tackle for 200, which is 2 electric and 2 colorless energy. So yeah, this is pretty much going to be the main attack you're going to be using with this deck, and pretty much like the idea behind it is to try to start dishing out 200 as fast as you absolutely can. Then it also has Heavy Rock GX for the same energy cost, 2 electric and a DCE, does 100, and then your opponent can't play any cards from their hand during their next turn. And Golem has 250 HP, so pretty much like the idea behind this deck, like I said, is to try to pull off Super Electromagnetic Tackle as quick as possible. And the way we're going to be doing that is we also play a 2-2 line of Electrode with Buzzap Thunder. So basically you knock out Electrode, and then you can attach Electrode to an electric Pokemon, and it provides it some energy. So that's pretty good. It provides 2 electric energy. So basically what you want to try to do as quick as possible is to knock out Electrode, and then of course you can throw a DCE on there, and then boom. There you go, you can start attacking right away. And the reason why I even built this deck was because I pulled Golem, I believe. I pulled Golem at some point. It was either our pre-release, our first one, or it was the second one. And then I said I would play the deck if I got more Golem. And then my friends just started giving me Golems, and then boom, here we are. So yeah, that is the line right there. And of course I did go over the 2-2 Electrode. But also what we have in here is we have 3 Tapu Lele GX. This is going to help you pretty much get your field set up. Also gives you another attacker, and it's just really helpful. So Wonder Tag, when you play Tapu Lele from your hand onto your bench, you may search your deck for a supporter card and put it in your hand. So this is a really good way to just kind of get Brigette and then grab some Geodude and a Voltorb and then go from there. Or if you just need a supporter, it's really helpful. And then we got 1 Tapu Koko. I really wanted to bump this to 2. I realized that Tapu Koko is actually pretty helpful. Just because of the free retreat, and I pretty much forced them to play a Guzma if they want to take out one of my Graveler, one of my Geodude, or something like that, because pretty obviously once one Golem goes down, you better hope you have one ready to go right away, otherwise it's going to take a minute to set it back up. Yeah, the bad thing about this deck, though, I want to kind of go into this really quick, is Super Electromagnetic Tackle. I wanted to save this kind of to the end. The thing about this deck is you give your opponent a prize with Buzzap Thunder, of course, and then Super Electromagnetic Tackle actually does 50 damage to Golem. So you're going to be doing 200, but you're going to be damaging yourself. So this deck pretty much, in a way, kind of kills itself as it progresses through the game. You're giving your opponent a prize, and then if you Buzzap Thunder again, well, then that's just 2 prizes right there, and then you're just kind of helping your opponent knock this out. Believe it or not, like, it sounds like it's bad, but when I was playing, if I was able to pull off Super Electromagnetic Tackle pretty early on and just kind of one-shot some stuff, like, because most GX honestly have 200, 210 HP, and I run Choice Band in here. So basically, the deck does kill itself, but if it's able to get set up quick enough, it can be pretty threatening, I found. Still, nonetheless, deck's really bad, and Enhanced Hammer or any type of energy disruption like Trampa's Righteous Edge, something like that, just really, really hurts this deck, because essentially you just gave your opponent a free prize. And so that's why I wait to do anything with Electrode until I know I can attack and pull it off. So just something to note there. But next up, we're going to take a look at the supporters here. We have 4 Professor Sycamore. Don't really need to go too much into detail Same with N. You guys know what those do and why they're good. Guzma's really good in here because, of course, the high retreat cost that these Pokemon have, like the Golem and the Gravelers and such, or Tapu Lele if you don't want to pay that electric cost. This is really good just because you can get something out of the active spot, and then if you have a Golem set up on your bench that's ready to go, you can bring up a GX Pokemon, do 200 to it, and there you go, 2 free prizes. Guzma is just a really handy card in this deck, and it's actually like one of the pretty much best cards in this whole entire deck, just because the high retreat cost and just being really able to just kind of pick off anything is just super nice. And again, that's another reason why Tapu Koko is so good in this deck, because it really helps the Guzma plays out a little better. But just being able to bring up something and do 200 to it, get it off the field before they can start hitting you because you're doing 50 to yourself, is just super handy. We run 2 Brigette. I want to try to get this deck set up as quick as possible, and one of the things I want to try to do is I want to try to get Geodudes and a Voltorb on the bench as soon as possible. So 3 Tapu Lele and 2 Brigette. I really want to try to go for it, along with 4 Ultra Ball. However, I did have a game where I didn't draw into a single Geodude. Like, I did not see this card once, unless I was looking through my deck. But yeah, it's just horrible. But other than that, the deck usually tends to give me Geodudes, which is pretty good. And to round out the supporters, guys, we have Skyla. Skyla is just really good because, of course, you can grab things like Rare Candy, or you can grab like Heavy Ball or something like that, just whatever. Skyla is just really helpful. Or if you need that choice band, you can just grab that. But getting into the trainers, we have 4 Rare Candy, so that way you can just skip the Geodude, or you can go skip Graveler, as I was trying to say, and just go straight into Golem, so that's pretty helpful there. Makes the deck a little faster, because trust me, this deck is super slow. Rare Candy was actually the card that I whiffed on in my last game. If I would have got that on my second turn, I would have been able to pull it off and win the whole entire league challenge, which was kind of ridiculous. But next up, we have 4 Ultra Ball along with 2 Heavy Ball. Heavy Ball is really helpful because you can grab Golem, and of course you can grab Graveler. So yeah, I should not do these videos when I'm sick because it's just a nightmare. But yeah, the ball cards in there, search it out. Of course, Ultra Ball can also grab a Tapu Lele, which can help you set up your field. Next up, we run 2 Choice Band. You're doing 200, which knocks out a lot of stuff anyway, but I just wanted to go ahead and throw the 2 Choice Bands in there in case you have something that has a little more than 200 HP, and it's just, you never know. Next up, we have 2 Field Blower, just in case you want to discard some stuff that your opponent might have, like some Float Stones, or if you want to get tools off Garbodor, so that way they can't stop your Buzzap Thunder. That's why that's in there. 2 Rescue Stretchers. So this way you can kind of set up your Electrode plays a little easier. Like if you have a Voltorb on your bench and you draw into a Rescue Stretcher and you've already used or discarded Electrode or something like that, you can put it back in your hand. Or if you need to shuffle a line of Golem back in or something like that, Rescue Stretcher is very helpful. Just whatever the situation might call for, Rescue Stretcher can help you out. 1 Rescue Charge, because we really need to make sure DCE is in the deck, so that way we can Electrode, DCE, and get to attacking as soon as possible. So that's why that's in there. Pretty good card. And just recycling DCEs in general is just really good. So for the energy, we have 7 electric energy, and then we have 4 DCE, and that will round out the deck. Like I said, guys, this deck is really bad. I mean, it pretty much just kills itself, but if someone has found a way to make this deck work, then prayers to them. I pretty much kind of purposely built this deck a little bad too, just so I could lose lose games at the League Challenge, because I was trying to hand out free wins, and this deck ended up kind of working. So yeah. But anyway, guys, if you did enjoy the video, make sure to give it a thumbs up. Subscribe if you're not subscribed. I'm going to go get back in bed and die a little more because I just feel horrible. But, yeah, that's all I got for you guys. Take care. I love you. And as always, this is Epic Pokemon TCG signing out. Take care, guys.